shopping at Walmart, and even though I feel a little bit awkward talking to my phone while I'm here at the grocery store, I thought I would bring you guys along with me, and I'd show you just kind of how I do some of my weekly grocery shopping. Hi! So if you guys are tuning in, let me know where you do your grocery shopping. I know I get a lot of flack because I do shop at Walmart, but it's where I get the best prices, and my local Walmart gets a lot of their produce locally, so I love shopping here. Okay, so I always start in the produce section, like right when you come in. So as far as produce and vegetables go, I really just get whatever. I think people are looking at me funny right now because I'm holding my phone. Leave a comment, you guys, and let me know if you shop at Walmart too. For some reason I can't see the comments coming in. So if you're watching this, darn, I should have brought somebody with me because look, I'm trying to like open these bags one-handed. Okay, so as far as produce goes, I don't come with usually I don't come with a set list. Lynn says, hey girl, Northern Ireland. Do they have Walmart in Ireland, Lynn? So whatever produce is on sale, that's kind of what I get for the week. So Roma tomatoes are on sale. I really like making sandwiches for lunch. I use Dave's Killer Bread, and I slice up Roma tomatoes and put them on my sandwiches. So I usually will load up with I don't know, maybe, and these are only 88 cents a pound right now. So, and my kids actually will eat, they're kind of crazy kids, they'll eat Roma tomatoes like apples. So I'm just going to grab a handful of Roma tomatoes and put them in the car. Tim says, just smiled, I'll smile back, and I'll just pretend I'm like talking to a long lost friend. Diane says, hey Natalie from Odessa, Texas. Mar says from Spain, cool. Robert from Chow from Italy. Carrie shops at Walmart, sweet. I did a video one time talking about how to shop healthy at Walmart, and I think it's on YouTube. I've never gotten a video getting more slack from people ever saying that The thing is, my brother worked at Walmart when he was in college, and he really liked it. He liked working for that company. So, okay. Now, as far as picking avocados, what you want to do is, like this avocado I wouldn't pick because I grab it and it's like super, super hard, so it's going to have to sit in my house for a while before it softens up. So what I do is I try and, see like this one, when I squeeze it, it's super mushy, so when I open it up, unless I'm going to eat it like today, I probably wouldn't pick an avocado like this. So not all of these avocados are really good. We have a lot of super green ones and a lot of like softer ones, so I'm just going to grab, like this one is like not too hard but not too soft. So I'm probably just going to grab 2 avocados for the week. Okay. Kelly says, hey, let's do this. Diana says, hello from Australia. Cool. We've got a lot of people that are tuning in. Okay, my thing is like, don't make eye contact with anybody because it's awkward. Okay, so sometimes you can come to the salad section and feel a little bit overwhelmed because there's so many different kinds of salad. And then from a price standpoint, let me see, can I flip the camera? Yeah. From a price standpoint, it's tough, right? Because it's like, okay, these salads look good, but they're $3 a piece, or you can come here and get salad for like $1. So which one are you supposed to pick? So, like, let's say for example, a Caesar salad kit, you might think because it's a salad, it's healthy for you, but really, it's 180 servings per container, and there's 3 servings. Or it's 180 calories per cup, and there's 3 servings per container. So, like, I probably wouldn't get that kind of a salad. The ones that I really like it's this one, the sweet kale salad, and this one has 140 calories per serving, but it has tons of superfoods in it. So a lot of times I'll get this salad, or another thing that I like to get is broccoli slaw, which I actually don't see here. Sometimes you can, where they have prepackaged carrots and stuff, you'll see broccoli slaw, but I don't see it at this Walmart. So we'll just get 1 bag of salad. Somebody says, how often do I shop? Once a week, usually. Okay, I'm gonna get some strawberries for my kids and I. They're not on sale right now, even though we love strawberries. A lot of times, like when they're on sale, I'll get 2 or 3 containers, but because they're not, I'll just get 1. And then some of these cutie oranges, my kids love those things. Mostly H-E-B. Oh, Brittany, you must be from down south. When I lived in Texas, we shopped at H-E-B a lot. Jessica says she always shops Walmart. So this kind of stuff I just like skip right past because none of this is really gonna be good for you. Like it might be easy to prepare, but it's like a lot of processed foods. So I'm hungry right now, which is never a good idea to come to the grocery store hungry. And so I just kind of pick whatever's on sale. Like oranges are on sale right now, but I got the cutie oranges, which are a good price. These are 54 cents each. Grapes, like right now, grapes are $4 a pound, so I'm not going to get grapes. I'm just going to pick, apples are pretty good price, and my kids like apples, so I feel awkward. Sarah says, hey from Canada, I really need to go grab some groceries, trying to organize baby clothes while my 1-year-old deconstructs what I'm organizing. Oh, I feel you. I remember after I had my second baby, feeling like I couldn't even get out of the house, because by the time I would change the baby and nurse, and then they'd go to the bathroom, and then I'd have to change. It was just like really hard. Lynn says, no, we don't have Walmart in Ireland. Okay, so apples are 97 cents a pound right now, so I'm going to get some of those. I'm going to get some bananas because my kids love them, and I put bananas in my smoothies. A lot of times people ask about ciders and juices. I stay away from those because you're getting a lot of sugar from the juice without the fiber from actually eating an apple. Darn, I need to quit getting stuff. I need to bag up. Okay. My favorite apples are Pink Ladies, but a lot of times they're more expensive. I don't actually see Pink Ladies here right now. The Honeycrisps are $2.47 a pound. Ambrosias are pretty good, but those are $1.97. So we'll just stick with some Gala apples. I should have brought somebody with me to hold the phone while I shop. Okay, so I'm probably just going to get like 4 or 5 apples that my kids and I will eat throughout the week. I like doing like apples and peanut butter. It's a really good healthy snack. My shopping trip will probably cost me around $100. I spend about $400 a month in groceries probably. Okay, so then I come and I just get like either whatever vegetables sound good or whatever's on sale, or both. So, man, I wish I had somebody here to open all these bags for me. It's really hard to do one-handed. What's your guys' biggest struggle, like when you're grocery shopping? What's the thing that's hardest for you? Or like when it comes to healthy eating, what do you struggle with the most? Because I'm here to chat with you guys while I'm shopping, and I'll answer any questions that you have. I'm getting cucumbers. My little girl is like really in a cucumber phase right now, and so we have cucumbers with salt on them a lot. Or I have like this mixture with like white vinegar and stevia that's really good. Deb says, I do the majority of my grocery shopping at Aldi. Cool. I heard so many good things about Aldi, and I've never been. I'm not sure if they have one in Boise. And Jolly, is that how you say your name? Says, Walmart for me too. Also, I used to work for them, so I like to support my company who has given me so much. Cool. Like, I know a lot of people who've worked at Walmart, and it's not as bad as the media tries to make it seem. I'm certain there's some people who have had poor experiences, but I know a lot of people that have had good ones. It's so awkward. I'm like, hey, people are going to think I'm so weird talking to my phone. Okay, oh my, Mary says, oh my god, I dream to stick to 400. Ours is at least double that. Yeah, a lot of it helps that I hunt and I fish, so we get a lot of our meat that way. And then everything else, I just only buy what's on sale, and I don't buy processed foods. Like that adds up really quickly if you're buying like mac and cheese for the kids and ice cream, and all those things add up. Even alcohol is a big expense. Oh, you guys are leaving so many good comments. Okay. You need some type of mount for the shopping cart for your phone. I know, no kidding. That would be like a great Christmas gift idea. Kelly says incorporating cooking. So that used to be one of my biggest struggles too. And I just started to experiment. Like I roast most of my vegetables. And I like to get, so for example, in the past, I never would have just picked up a bunch of broccoli because it probably would have just gone bad in my fridge. I never would have actually eaten it. So what I do now is I wrote, gosh, sorry this is so shaky, you guys. I'm going to try to do this. are, and I don't want to put my phone on food somebody's going to eat. I roast all root vegetables, so cauliflower, broccoli, asparagus, potatoes. I roast them at like 425 degrees with a little olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and it is so good that way. My kids eat it, I eat it, and it's a good way to get your vegetables in, and it's inexpensive. Okay, cauliflower is not really on sale right now. It's $2.47 a head, so I'm going to hold off on that. Asparagus is $2.97 a pound, which is a decent price, not amazing. But I don't really have enough vegetables yet, so I don't love carrots, even though my kids do. I don't really like them, so I guess I'll just get a bunch of asparagus and call that good for vegetables for the week. But how do I come up with my meal plans? Well, on my website, Adriana, I have tons of free healthy recipes. I just basically how I envision in my head, like I think, okay, on my plate I want to have unlimited vegetables, about a healthy fat the size of my thumb, a protein source about the size of my open palm, and a carb about the size of my fist. And that's how I try to make each of my plates look like. So I think, okay, if I want to mix up my carb sources, for breakfast I might have like a slice of toast or some oatmeal. I really need a shopping buddy today. And then I think, okay, what kind of meat do I want to have? So whether that's animal protein like chicken, or egg whites, or like last night I had elk steaks for dinner. And then I think, you know, what kind of healthy fats? So do I want it to be like a nut butter, like peanut butter, which has a little bit of protein, but really it's a fat. I'm gonna get a bunch of bananas because my kids like them, and I use them in my smoothies. Okay, one thing you want to be cautious of are these like pre-packaged vegetables. Although they can be really convenient, if you're really trying to watch your budget, I stay away from a lot of these. Oh, this is that broccoli slaw I was talking about earlier. Oh, it's not on sale right now, so I'm not going to get it. Like, a whole head of broccoli was like 80 cents, I think, or 90 cents. Whereas if you get it already pre-chopped, it's $4. So you can just get it so much cheaper if you're just willing to put in a little bit of work. The one thing I do like is to get the chopped cauliflower, though, even though it's a little bit of a splurge, just because it's really hard to, it's messy to chop your own cauliflower. Now, a lot of people ask me about these juices. I never buy these. I used to, because I used to think, oh, this is healthy, right? This is a green drink. There's a green machine. Well, really, there's, like, in one of these, there's 4 servings. So if you drink this whole thing, you'd be at, what, 560 calories? And it's all, look how much sugar is in that. Now, somebody will argue, well, that's sugar from real fruit. And it is. But the thing is, it's so much better for you to just eat the real fruit. You're getting fuller, and you're getting the fiber from processing the pulp and the entire vegetable. Kelly says, like, what to make? I tend to make the same 5 meals. Well, if you, on my website, I have tons and tons of healthy meal ideas. By the way, I'm going to pick up some sweet potatoes. They're 64 cents. Regular potatoes are 38 cents a pound. I live in Idaho, so potatoes are super cheap, but I'm going to check out the price of red potatoes first before I bag these up, just because I prefer red. I just prefer the taste of red potatoes, but there's nothing wrong with regular potatoes either. So yeah, Kelly, like on my website I have tons and tons, like over 300 recipes that I just kind of, I like to cook, so I've just kind of come up with over the years. Let me prop my phone. So I don't, the one suggestion I give is just to get creative. Like I got really creative. I used to use a lot of condiments in my cooking, and I found that was adding a lot of unnecessary calories. Okay, so I'm gonna get 5 potatoes actually. See, and these are 64 cents a pound, and this is probably 3 pounds, maybe 4. Yeah, so super cheap carb source. Chelsea says, I'd love to eat cucumbers more. I just don't like the taste. It's boring. You know, what we do is people... I feel awkward. People are staring at me. We put salt on them and slice them really thin, and they're just, I think they taste really good. Okay, so I can get let's see if 5-pound bag of red potatoes for $2.47, 50 cents a pound. Super cheap. We eat a lot of potatoes just because they're friendly on the budget and they're good for you. That's my I feel awkward face right there. Okay, so I feel like for the week, I'm like gonna walk out of the produce section because I'm like, okay, I have fruit. This is the fruit that for the week. I have vegetables. Got my asparagus, apples for the kids. I got tomatoes, avocado, cucumbers, broccoli. Like this, I got some potatoes for my carb source. So I'm pretty good for the produce section. So then, what I do next is I head to the meat section. Okay, what are your thoughts on frozen veggies? Yeah, frozen veggies are great because sometimes you can get them more inexpensively. I just don't like the texture of them as much. But a lot of times they can be better than canned because they can be flash frozen. I'm gonna come back here where there's not as many people. They can be flash frozen when they're like ripe. Sam says, I struggle with the kids, or when the kids come with me and I don't have a list. Making a list is a must, then I don't buy things I don't need. I actually agree with you on that. I am not perfect, and I give in to my kids way more than I should. So, yeah, that's why I prefer to come when I don't have to take my kids. Okay, I'm here in the bread section. I'm going to show you guys. I love this Dave's Killer bread. So it's more expensive for sure, but I usually get, where is it, the thin slice? Whole grain or good seed, either one is fine. And one slice only has 60 calories and 3 grams of protein. So this is it's just like a really macronutrient friendly bread. And a lot of times, almost every day lately, I've been craving like breakfast sandwiches. So I'll make like 1 egg, whole egg, 2 egg whites, some turkey bacon, and some of this with some ketchup and sriracha. Alright, Brittany says snack foods get me every time. So actually, Brittany, I struggle. I'm not any different than you guys. Like when I have snack foods at the house, I eat them. And so I just try to be really strict when I come to the store. When it comes to the frozen aisles, I pretty much just skip the frozen aisles. I don't really come to these at all because one, like these can easily crush your budget. Like for example, gosh, let me see. Okay. Raviolis are like $5 for a bag. You get a couple bags of that kind of stuff and you can be at $30 or $40 pretty easily. I do like frozen berries. Sometimes when fruit is off season, you can get them frozen for quite a bit cheaper, but at my house I have frozen berries right now, so I don't need to get any. Oh, great question. Brandon says, what do you normally do for these? So I'll do like a little bit of almond milk, some fruit or frozen fruit, a scoop of protein powder, and ice. Beth says, how do you meal plan? So basically, every Sunday and Wednesday or Thursday, I will cook like a carb source in bulk, and I'll cook a meat in bulk, and then I just spread those out throughout the week. So like say I cook crock pot chicken, I'll figure out, go ahead, sorry. I'll figure out different ways to use that chicken in different recipes. So you can use it in like chicken enchiladas or tacos or salads, and then I'll spread it out throughout the next couple days. I don't really like meat after like 4 days. I don't think it tastes very good. Robin says the Utah Walmarts are way better than the Walmarts here in New York, though. I agree. I lived in Pittsburgh and DC for a couple years, and I think the Walmarts on the West Coast are way better than the Walmarts on the East Coast. Okay, I want to show you something real quick. So in the fish section, you want to stay away from anything that's fried or that has like breading on the outside. So like, I really like eating fish, but like this for a second, I wouldn't buy the lightly breaded cod, but what I would buy, and I have bought before and they're really good, are these like blackened salmon, grilled salmon. The only thing you want to be cautious of is you just want to make sure, like, take a look at the ingredient list, and this one's not bad actually. It's just salmon, some spices, salt, garlic, onion, vinegar powder. Yeah, those are actually really good ingredients. So like that,
to me, that would be like an awesome thing to get. I've also gotten these before, and they taste really good. Simply tilapias. The only thing you want to just be cautious of is like that's $6, $8, and
it depends on your goal. If you're trying to watch your budget, just buy the bag of frozen tilapia and season it yourself. But if your goal is convenience, and you're willing to pay a little extra, then you will. But like I said, these frozen sections, the convenience meals, I just walk right past these aisles because otherwise I will get tempted to one of I'm like, oh, those breakfast burritos look so good. Kelly says, I want to cut out all processed sugars for 2018. Any tips? Well, just start sometimes it can be really hard to go cold turkey, so start with, go ahead, just replacing it with natural sugars at first. That's probably the easiest way. Oh, you guys, these Halo Top ice creams are so good. They're $4 each, so I usually wait until they get a little bit cheaper. Chocolate covered banana. Oh, I haven't tried that flavor yet. I had one just the other night that was red velvet. It was so good. Sarah says, biggest struggle while grocery shopping, trying to stay outside the grocery aisles. It's so hard to stay away from. Yeah, so that's one of the tips, is that typically if you stay in the outside, the perimeter of the grocery store, you're gonna get way healthier food. Like this is all the Christmas candy. I just stay away from that. I want to go down those aisles, trust me, but I don't have very good willpower. So Sam says, what do I season my veggies with? So most veggies I just use, I roast them with a little bit of olive oil, sea salt, garlic powder, and black pepper. And I like the seasonings from Costco because I just feel like they're really high quality and they make everything taste really good. Erica says, the snacks and junk here. I have 3 boys and a husband who has a great metabolism. I know, it's not fair, huh? I tend to get flustered at the store not knowing what to get and where to find it. All the people make me crazy. Darn, I can't see more. I can only see a couple lines. So I kind of struggle with that too, so I always just try to get the basics. I make sure I have my fruits, my vegetables, my carbs, and my protein. And then I know that I can get creative in the kitchen and make my recipes from there. Kayla says, I shop at Winco, Fred Meyer, and occasionally Trader Joe's. Awesome. I like Winco too. It's just Walmart's way closer to my house. Okay, so I don't buy a lot of red meat just because I hunt, and so I have elk and deer at my house. But if I were to buy red meat, top sirloin is a really lean cut, or if you can get the 96% ground beef, that's gonna be your best option. Okay, a lot of people
ask about tilapia. Tilapia is really a lot of, you see in the fitness industry, a lot of people like to eat it because, look at this, 100 calories, no carbs, 1 gram of fat, and 21 grams of protein. So it's really protein, just pure protein, and it's only $10 for 4 pounds, so it's pretty cheap.
But I just, I'm the least picky eater ever, but tilapia is the one thing I don't like. I watched this documentary one time that Mike Rowe did for Dirty Works, and ever since then I just can't eat tilapia. They're like poop fish, literally they're farmed fish and they put other fish on top, and then the tilapia eats the poop that falls out of the tanks. So yeah, I don't, if I know other people like tilapia, it's in my head, I can't eat it. Okay, this is what I do for chicken breast. So people ask me all the time, do I only buy organic? I don't actually stress about it because a lot of my protein comes from meat that I've hunted myself. So when it comes to some of the other meat I eat, I don't. But so what I do is I always buy the chicken that's $1.99 per pound, and then but you can see that when you get it, there's some extra tendons and fat on the side. And so what I do is I just trim that fat off. Now if this is too much meat than your family needs, what you can do is just put these in freezer Ziploc bags. Open the whole container and put half in a Ziploc bag, and then freeze it. So you know that when you pull meat out of the freezer, you got it while it was on sale for $1.99 a pound. And so that way you're keeping track, you're not having to be oh crap, I'm out of chicken, go to the store, it's not on sale, and you end up having to pay $4 a pound. And so I have a little deep freezer in my garage that I keep all that in. Brittany says, literally watching this in line at Sonic. I need to get better at shopping and cooking. Patricia says, Sprouts. Christina says, usually Wegmans because it's close, but it can be pricey. Man, I miss Wegmans. I used to take my kids there, and they had Wegmans is the coolest store. They have trains that go along the ceiling, and they have really amazing lunch section. We used to meet up with other moms there. Hold on, I'm gonna set this phone down for a second. Chelsea says, which protein powder I'm pregnant? Chelsea, last post that I made showed the brand that I like. It's MRM, and if you use the code HOLIDAY, they're actually having a huge holiday sale, 50% off their whole website right now. And I used it the whole time I was pregnant. Janet says Aldi. Malia says, hey Natalie, hey Malia. Okay, so, you know, as I'm walking, just so you know,
In my head, I'm like, well, I'm not going to cook a ham. I have salmon at my house. I usually buy that at Costco just because it's usually cheaper. So I'm like, I don't need any of this stuff. I'm trying to think, okay, for my meals for the week. So I have chicken, I have ground beef at home, so I don't need to buy any of that. If I want steaks, I have steaks in the freezer. I might buy some shrimp, depending on if it's on sale. And I'm kind of picky. I only like the large shrimps, and they're not on sale right now, so I'll pass just so that way I can stay within my budget. The fish I really, really like is cod. I think that cod just has like, it's so good. It almost has like a buttery flavor to it. And this wild caught cod, 2 pounds for $7.52. That's a pretty decent price for cod actually. So I'm gonna get a package of this, and then what I'll do is I'll just bake it with like some sliced lemon, salt and pepper. It's really, really good.
Patricia says, what's your weekly grocery budget? Usually between $100 to $130 a month. It just kind of depends on if, sometimes condiments can add up. So if I'm out of condiments, or like if I'm low on things like olive oil or something like that, then that can kind of increase your budget. Dave says, what are good carbs and bad carbs? I can never remember what to stay away from. You know, most of my carb sources are things like fruit, vegetables, potatoes, any kind of potatoes, sweet potatoes, red potatoes, regular russet potatoes, rice, quinoa. I like that Dave's Killer Bread. What else do I have a lot of? Pulling a little bit of a blank, but those are kind of my go-to carb sources. People are looking at me, I'm feeling uncomfortable. So Kelly says, nutritional yeast on roasted veggies is my fave. Yum. Chelsea says, burger versus turkey burger. It really just depends on how much fat you're trying to get in your day. Usually regular burgers have a little bit more fat, but and some people will argue that red meat isn't good for you, but I eat red meat. So Stacey says, pretty top, thank you. I got it at Charming Charlie, and you guys, I have a new apparel line, like some jewelry that we're releasing like either today or tomorrow, and this is one of them. Wendy says, I love Walmart, you can't beat their prices. Okay, I'm
Real quick, so I like to have turkey bacon for breakfast, and I hope, so I really like this uncured turkey bacon. This is the brand that I like to get, and it's good. It's not too expensive, and it tastes really good.
Yeah, everybody's saying they don't like tilapia either. Caitlin says, that's the same chicken I get. Cool. Wegmans was the best. Jessica says, $130 a month. How do you do that? I seem to spend, if I said month, I meant week. Sorry. We spend about $400 a month on groceries and eat. That includes groceries and eating out. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Robin says, really struggling with my toddler lately. He just won't try anything. It's hard. Like, I swear my kids go through phases where sometimes they'll eat every healthy thing in the book, and then sometimes they won't eat anything healthy, and just be patient. Oh my goodness, okay, we'll end the video early because I decided I would do this, but I feel so uncomfortable when people are looking at me. Okay, sometimes I'll get string cheese. That's like a really good snack that I like to have, string cheese and turkey pepperoni, but I have that at my house from last week, so I don't need any of that. Really, when I come to the dairy section, what I do is I kind of walk past like the Go-Gurts. Those are expensive. The regular yogurts, they have tons of sugar. What I do is I come over here and I grab the plain Greek yogurt, and
you guys can see that there's a lot of different brands of Greek yogurt. I usually just go for Walmart's brand because it's cheaper, but one of the things that I like to do is make sure, well, first off, make sure you don't, like, if you get the vanilla one, look, this has 19 grams of sugar per serving, whereas the plain one only has 7 grams of sugar per serving. This has 17 grams of protein per serving. A lot of times the Chobani ones will have up to like 24 grams of protein per serving. Let me see. Yeah, 22 grams of protein. And 6 grams of sugar. So this one, like the macros are a little bit better, so I usually will go for this. It is $1 more though, so if you're really watching your budget, then you can go with the Walmart brand.
Okay, have you heard of Icon Meats? They are a meat co-op. They're all over Idaho. Great quality chicken breast. Yes, so I have actually, and I've just never tried it for some reason. Kristen says, sorry off topic, but do you know if MRM products are safe for those of us with peanut or nut allergies? That's a great question. I'm not sure, but I'm sure if you asked on their page, they'd be able to help you out. Stacey, thank you. You're doing good. Blair says, just don't leave your purse unattended. No, we're good. It's in the cart. Christina says, you're a natural on camera though. Love your live videos. Thank you. I keep waiting for somebody to be like, come up and be like, hey, I'm watching your live while you're on your live. I don't buy any juices just because it's like pure sugar, and it's not, even the ones that are like, what is it, not from concentrate, it's still just like a ton of sugar, and like I said, your body's gonna digest it better when you get the fiber from eating an actual orange. I think I'm good. I hope I'm good on coffee grinds right now. If not, I'm screwed because I am grumpy without coffee. Okay, this is a question I get asked a lot, coffee creamers. Jessica says, can you show us the tortillas or rice you get? Yeah, for sure. That's a good question. I feel like the rice aisle can be kind of confusing because there's so many options. Bev says, thanks for keeping it real. I shop at Walmart too. Thanks for making this video, even though people are staring at you. It's probably because you're gorgeous, so thank you. Okay.
I stay away from the sugary creamers. Here's the thing, is that sugary creamers aren't like the worst in the world. The problem is that it's just adds so many calories to your day. Like, but if you love, like if creamer's your thing and you just can't go without it, just be aware that 1 tablespoon, which isn't a lot, most people put like 4 or 5 tablespoons, is 30 calories. So let's say you put 5 tablespoons, that's 150 calories, 20 grams of sugar. It's just tough to start your day with that, like, kind of unnecessary
calories. And so what I do, so weird. Hold on, give me a second for these people to walk by. Dale says, sweet potatoes, how do you prepare them? I have a Lazy Man sweet potato recipe where I just throw all my sweet potatoes in a crock pot. I don't even put water in there or anything. I rinse them and cook them for 4 hours on high, and they come out perfectly. They're like caramelized kind of. Or I chop them up and glaze them with either coconut oil or olive oil and salt and pepper and rosemary, and I bake them at 425 for like 30 minutes or so, and they're really good. Okay, so what I do for my coffee is, instead, I just put like this much whole milk in my cup, and those sugar-free sweeteners. Like, I have all the different flavors. The Da Vinci, I think, is the brand. I get them at Cost Plus, World Market, and and then I use a coffee frother, which you can get at IKEA or on Amazon.com. They're like $6, and it froths your coffee, so that way it almost feels like you're drinking a latte. So that's what I do. Okay, so I just get whole milk because I feel like whole milk in my coffee tastes just as good as half and half, and it's less calories. So, and my kids drink whole milk, so I get whole milk. And I always get a huge carton of eggs, like 60 at a time, because we eat a lot of eggs. Actually, I don't know if I have room in my fridge for that many eggs right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and get regular eggs, and this is awesome. These eggs are only 73 cents a container. So eggs are a really, really cheap protein source if you're trying to watch your budget. It's one of the cheapest ways that you can get your protein in. Shanna says, good for you for doing live, and of course everyone shops what's best for them. We gave up Walmart a long time ago. Blair says, I love your live. This is my first time tuning in. Cool. I hope you guys tune in more often. Jaylene says, our Walmart does not sell food. I know, a lot of the Walmarts on the East Coast don't. This is the part that's hard for me to walk by. I love beer and wine, but I'm cutting it out until I have an event I'm speaking on stage at with like Tony Robbins and all these big name people, and I want to look and feel my best, so no alcohol for a couple months. Stacey says, low carb tortillas, are those good? They're not bad. I mean, this is the thing, food is really, it's just food. So it's all about the total amount of macronutrients that you have at the end of the day. So it's all about just balancing your carbs, fats, and proteins. So like if you love half and half in your coffee, it's not a big deal. You just need to make sure that you're watching your fats throughout the rest of the day. Do I drink pop at all? You know, I don't. I'm not a huge soda person. So, I don't really, oh my goodness, the store's getting more crowded. I'm getting more embarrassed. Okay, I'll go down this aisle. So, I don't really buy cereal either for my kids or me, but instead what we do is we do a lot of oatmeal. I do a ton of like toast and eggs and bacon. That's what we have almost every morning. Or we'll do protein pancakes. So the kind of protein pancakes I like, they actually don't have here at Walmart. It's the Kodiak Cake brand, and I don't see it here. But when it comes to oatmeal, I just buy regular oats. I like the old-fashioned ones because I feel like the texture's a little bit better. But it's $2.33 for 30 servings. So like if you're on a budget, oats are one of the cheapest carb sources you can get. And then I just mix it with a little bit of like frozen berries or some stevia packets to sweeten it up and make it taste a little bit better. Up your eggs. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Kelly. Do you get the organic eggs? You know, like I said earlier, I don't. I try to stick to a really tight budget, and so there's some things that I will get organic, and because I hunt and I grow a lot of my own food in the during the season, I don't stress too much about organic or not. Okay, this is one of the things that can totally your budget, you guys, are like snacks, like granola bars. Like if you're buying, okay, this has 12 granola bars for $5. It's like my kids will go through that in like a day probably. So I don't get any of the snack kind of food. If my kids want food, like they just know like we just don't keep that stuff at our house. Not because it's not really good for you, but also it's just because I really try to stick to a tight budget. Aaron says you're my favorite. Thank you. Leslie says we don't shop here and it is 90 degrees. Whoa, it's hot. Do I buy organic eggs and milk? Yeah, I don't really stress about that. I know some people, it's really important to some people, so I'm not like dogging it if it is. If that is important to you. It's just for me, because I do eat organic, like because I hunt and I fish and I have so much food that like I get straight from the land, I don't stress about it. Do I eat syrup on my pancakes? Usually what I'll do is I'll just like heat down some frozen berries and turn it into a like a fruit syrup, or I will use like a low sugar syrup. What kind of snacks do you get for your kids? Really? I mean, we do have goldfish, I guess. Like, what do you think? What do we eat? We get goldfish. We'll do carrots and hummus a lot of the time. We'll do I'll have to do a pantry walk one day because I'm pulling a blank right now, but really, like, we just eat normal food. Like, they eat the same food that I have. What do your kids have for afternoon snacks? Yeah, like I got apples today, so we'll do apples and peanut butter, or we'll do mini carrots and hummus, or we'll do string cheese and turkey pepperoni, or we'll do like flavored almonds sometimes if I can find them on sale. So somebody was asking me what tortillas I like. I actually don't see the ones that I usually get, but I've gotten these. This is just a local brand that has homemade tortillas. I don't really stress too much. If you're trying to watch your carbs, then you can get some low carb tortillas, because then you get usually 2 instead of just 1. But I don't see the tortillas that I usually get here actually. Okay, so you guys can probably see people staring at me as like I'm walking by. Okay. Somebody asked me to show what kind of rice I get. So I'm trying to check. It's actually quite hard to do a live video and shop at the same time because I'm probably missing stuff. So one thing that I try to always keep in my pantry are diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, black beans, corn, in cans, and that's because that way those are kind of staples. I feel like I can make almost any recipe, and I keep chicken broth and beef broth, rice, oats, like a lot of those staples I keep at my house all the time, so that way if I'm like, I don't know what to make for dinner, I know I can at least throw some of those ingredients together. Trish says, thanks for doing this even though you're getting looks. I know. Thank you for telling me that. I love this. I need this so much. Okay, so I feel rice aisle, and I do feel like the rice aisle can be confusing because it's like, okay, well, do I get like ready rice? Do I get Spanish rice? Do I get like dirty rice? Like what the heck? And so
honestly, all I do, so I actually really usually get my rice at Winco because I can buy it in bulk and it's a little bit cheaper. But all I do is I come down here to the bottom aisle, I just get regular old brown rice. It's so much cheaper. It's $1.37, and you're getting 20 servings for $1. Like, you're seriously, like, if you are on a budget, this is like a great way to get your healthy carbs in. Another kind of rice I like is jasmine rice, basmati jasmine rice, and it is more expensive, but it's still only $3 for 20 servings. And it's not like bleached white; it's just naturally white. And that's I like eating that with like chicken and stuff. And then what I do is I cook rice in bulk, and then I cook it in chicken broth or beef broth, so that way it has a little more flavor than just regular rice. You can get like wild rices, taste really good, but they're a lot more expensive. Like this one only has 10 servings and it's $3. So, it just depends. If you're really trying to stick to a strict budget, then go with the brown rice on the bottom shelf. If you're a little more open to spending a little bit more, then you can do the wild rice, which I think does taste a little bit better. Quinoa is a carb source too. Now quinoa is interesting. If you've never cooked it before, this is what it looks like before you cook it, and then you boil it in water, and like these little grains get these little white spirals on them, and that's how you know that it's ready to cook. And so that's how you cook quinoa. Quinoa is really good. I cook it in broth, so it has a little bit more flavor, and we just add it as a side. Beans are cheaper if you buy them like in the bag, but I will just be honest with you, I think it's such a pain in the butt to soak them and get them soft, and so I just buy the canned beans. Do you use low salt broths, or do you worry about salt? I don't really worry about my sodium intake too much. In fact, I actually heavily sea salt a lot of my meals. Other things I like to keep in my pantry are like diced green chilies or diced jalapenos. I just like having different options, so that way if I want to whip something together, I have I'll keep salsa in my pantry. Like I said, I always keep canned tomatoes or I get so embarrassed. Canned tomatoes or tomato sauce. Salad dressings. People always ask me about salad dressings. So here's the problem. Like I said, with any food, it's not like I don't have any food that's completely off limits. It's just some foods I eat more of and some foods I eat less of. So the problem with salad dressing, right, is like, let's say we get just ranch dressing, for example. I love ranch dressing, but it's like 2 tablespoons, you have 130 calories, 14 grams of fat. And we all know nobody actually only puts 2 tablespoons on. So it's like you could take a salad that could be healthy and you probably do at least 4 tablespoons and you're added 260 calories to your salad and 28 grams of fat. Like for my whole day, I try to stick to 50 grams of fat. So there's half your daily fat just on a dressing. So I like, which they're usually in the refrigerated section, but Bolthouse Farms makes salad dressing that are Greek yogurt based, and they are like 30 calories each. Or I see these like Annie. Okay, so they don't have it here at Walmart, but Annie's they have this goddess dressing, but they have a light goddess dressing, and I've used that one before. Again, if salad dressing is like your thing and you love it so much, you can still have it. Just be aware that you might be using up most of your grams of fat in that salad dressing, so then you're just gonna have to cut your fat from other areas throughout the day. I make sandwiches a lot for lunch. We'll do like sliced chicken, Roma tomatoes, that Dave's Killer Bread, and then I like to use this olive oil mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, either one is fine. And so it's 1/4 of the fat of, or half of the fat of regular mayonnaise. And so then, 1 tablespoon is 50 calories, and so I'll use that on my sandwiches. The other thing that I always stock up on are different flavors of mustard, which isn't in this aisle, but mustard has like 0 calories or 5 calories, and you can get all different kinds of flavors. And so that's how I spice up a lot of foods. And then pickles have like no calories, so a lot of times I'm pretty good on pickles right now, but usually I just get whatever's on sale. But we'll stock up on pickles, and I like these
gardenia things. It's like pickled vegetables, and you can see it's 5 calories per serving. So like sometimes if you just need volume, if you just want something crunchy, a lot of times like pickles are like a free food. You can eat basically as many as you want. Okay, so ketchup. I really like this Simply Heinz right here. The reason I like it is because it only has 4 grams of sugar per serving, whereas regular ketchup has hold on, am I reading this right? No, there we go. I like it because it doesn't have any added sugar or artificial sweeteners. It's just the sugars that are naturally found in the ketchup. So I like the Simply Heinz. Oh, here are all the different mustards that I told you. So I love like Southwest Hot is probably a good one. There's usually like a sweet and spicy one. Like I have tons of mustards at my house. Okay, do I like the cauliflower rice in the freezer section? I've never actually tried it. Ooh, I have another good thing I want to show you here. Hidden Valley makes yogurt ranch too in the aisle you're in. That sounds awesome. Stacy's olive oil mayo is actually good. I tried it at my sister's house. Yeah, it is. I can't taste the difference. Okay, so barbecue sauces can be dangerous because a lot of barbecue sauces, even though they taste good, like I used to love Sweet Baby Ray's, but look at this, 16 grams of sugar for 2 tablespoons. So I recently switched and started using Stubbs Original, and it only has 5 grams of sugar per 2 tablespoons. So it tastes really, really good. If you get some of their other like their other ones do have more sugar, but the original one has really low sugar and it's really good. Okay. I think that you guys were actually good. This is about a week's worth of food at my house. I could have forgotten something. Oh, usually I'll get almond milk, but I have it at my house right now. Sometimes I'll get a rotisserie chicken. That's kind of like my version of fast food, but I'm not going to tonight. I think we've covered it, guys, so that's pretty much. Here's we got cod, we got plain Greek yogurt, thin sliced bread, old-fashioned oats, bananas, strawberries, ketchup, cutie pie oranges, potatoes, turkey bacon, apples, cucumbers, broccoli, Roma tomatoes, eggs, avocado, milk, chicken breast. And I have beef and steak at my house. I have all the oils and seasonings and everything already at my house, so I didn't need to pick any of those up. And my guess, probably around, I don't know, $70 maybe. I'll take a picture of the receipt once I check out and show you guys. So, do I do canned tuna? I don't, just because I don't like the taste of it necessarily, but there's nothing wrong with canned tuna. Jamie says, I wish I would have logged on earlier. Well, the good news is we'll post this video below so you can rewatch it as soon as we're done. Okay guys, this video was awesome, even though I felt uncomfortable talking to my camera throughout Walmart. So if you guys have any other questions as you continue to watch this, just leave them in the comments and my team and I will continue to answer your questions. And I appreciate you guys, and talk to you later.